Hello. Welcome to Top 5 Weird. Halloween is a holiday celebrated on October 31 every year. An opportunity for people to participate in fun activities such as applying makeup, cutting pumpkins, creating spooky shapes, and searching for candy. But behind the curtain of makeup and pumpkins, there are many interesting things that you may not know. And today, let's explore those interesting things with Top 5 Weird. Welcome to the video Top 15 Interesting Facts about Halloween You May Not Know. 1. Potatoes were originally used to make jack-o'-lanterns on Halloween. Halloween wouldn't be the same without a few carved pumpkins adorning your porch. But years ago in Ireland, where the jack-o'-lantern tradition began, the decorations were made using vegetables that were more readily available, large potatoes and turnips. When the tradition made its way to the US through immigration, Americans began using pumpkins instead. 2. Jack-o'-lanterns were inspired by a deal with the devil. The tradition was based on the legend of a man named Stingy Jack, who supposedly invited the devil to have a drink with him. True to his name, Jack wanted to find a way around paying, so he convinced the devil to turn himself into a coin that could be used to pay for the drinks. Unsurprisingly, that didn't go over well. Jack eventually dies but is refused entry into both heaven and hell. As a result, he is doomed to roam the earth for all eternity, left with only a lump of burning coal secured by a carved-out turnip to light his way. Locals began referring to him as Jack of the Lantern, which was eventually shortened to Jack-o'-lantern. Irish and Scottish immigrants later brought the tradition with them to the United States. 3. Bobbing for apples started as a British courting ritual. Bobbing for apples remains one of popular Halloween traditions. But the activity began as an 18th century British courting ritual, a courting. In one set of rules, each apple was assigned to a potential suitor. The woman bobbing for apples would attempt to bite into the apple associated with her preferred suitor. If she bit it on the first try, they would be destined for love. If it took her 2 tries, their love would fizzle out. If it took her 3, their relationship would be doomed. 4. There is only a full moon on Halloween 3 or 4 times per century. A large full moon creates the perfect atmosphere for a spooky night. However, full moons rarely happen on Halloween. According to the Old Farmer's Almanac, a full moon on Halloween only occurs roughly once every 18 or 19 years. If the full moons are calculated using Greenwich Mean Time, that translates to approximately 3 to 4 times per century. The last time we experienced a full moon on Halloween night was back in 2020, so we've got a while to go until the next one. 5. Candy makers produce around 35 million pounds of candy corn a year. These white, orange, and yellow triangles of sugar are meant to resemble a kernel of corn. The candies were first created in 1898 by the Jelly Belly Candy Company while it was still known as California's Herman Goelitz Confectionery Company. Today, around 35 million pounds of candy corn are produced each year, according to the National Confectioners Association. Despite that, they're often ranked one of the worst Halloween candies out there. 6. Candy corn was originally called chicken feed. Candy corn was originally called chicken feed when it was first created in the late 19th century. George Renninger, an employee of the Wonderly Candy Company, is often credited with inventing candy corn in the 1880s. The name chicken feed was likely given to the candy because the small, triangular, and colorful pieces of candy resembled kernels of corn, which was a common food for chickens at the time. 7. Purple may have become a Halloween color to please children. Orange is associated with Halloween because it's a harvest color, and black is associated with Halloween because of its links to death and darkness. But nowadays, purple is used almost as frequently in seasonal decor. According to Scientific American, the third shade was added to please little ones. As a child-friendly color, it may have been used to soften the use of black and make the holiday and its themes palatable to a younger crowd. 8. The most common Halloween costume for pets is a pumpkin. The only way to make an already cute pet even cuter is by giving them a costume. And, according to a 2022 survey by the National Retail Federation, 1 in 5 people celebrate Halloween by dressing up their furry friends. The most common pet costumes that year were pumpkins, hot dogs, lions, pirates, bumblebees, and devils. 9. Anoka, Minnesota, is home to America's oldest official Halloween celebration. If you're looking for the United States' oldest official Halloween celebration, then you should head to Anoka, Minnesota. The city started holding an annual parade and bonfire back in 1920 after European immigrants first brought the spooky seasonal fun over to America around the 1800s. We spend billions of dollars annually getting ready for Halloween. You're not alone if you tend to shell out more cash on Halloween than you'd like to admit. According to the National Retail Federation's annual survey, Americans spent an estimated $10.6 billion on Halloween-related goods in 2022. That's about $100 per person. 11. The song Monster Mash was number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. Actor-turned-songwriter Bobby Boris Prickett earned the top spot on the Billboard Hot 100 chart in 1962 with his tune Monster Mash. According to Steve Greenberg, the founder of S-Curve Records and a Grammy-winning record producer, Monster Mash is the Halloween equivalent of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer or Frosty the Snowman. 12. The highest-grossing R-rated films are all horror movies. In 2017, Warner Brothers released It, a retelling of Stephen King's terrifying tale about an epically nightmarish clown. The freaky film brought in a staggering $327.48 million, making it the highest-grossing R-rated horror movie of all time. It's followed by 1973's The Exorcist, $232.91 million. 2017's Get Out, $176.04 million. 1999's The Blair Witch Project, $140.54 million. And 2013's The Conjuring, $137.4 million. 13. The fear of Halloween is called Samhainophobia. Not everyone enjoys wearing costumes and bobbing for apples. Samhainophobia is defined as a persistent, abnormal, and unwarranted fear of Halloween, according to Verywell Mind. The problem can stem from a dislike of being scared or surprised or might be triggered by certain Halloween-related imagery, like ghosts, tombstones, or vampires. 14. The record for the most lit jack-o'-lanterns on display. If you're looking to see a lot of jack-o'-lanterns in one place, then head to the city of Keene, New Hampshire. On October 19, 2013, this town set the world record for the most lit jack-o'-lanterns on display. Keene was the original record holder in this category and has broken its own record 8 times since its original attempt. The display is currently up to 30,581 jack-o'-lanterns. 15. The record for the fastest pumpkin carving. Stephen Clark of New York holds the Guinness World Record for the fastest pumpkin carving time, having created a jack-o'-lantern in just 16.47 seconds. The pumpkin had a complete face, including eyes, nose, mouth and ears. And that's the whole point of today's video. How do you feel about these interesting facts? Don't forget to leave your opinion below in the comments section. As always, we're happy to see your like buttons. If you find this video useful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to support us, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any videos from us. And I'm Top 5 Weird. I'm very happy to accompany you in this video. Say goodbye and see you again in the next videos.